Hello, happy Sunday. It has been a minute since my last video. So, a couple of things. I'm just chatting. I have no topic in mind. I just know I wanted to do this video today, and I had to get it done before I started twisting my hair, because that's going to be a process all by itself. But so a couple of things, right? I debuted my blog today, and that's been the highlight of my day, is just knowing that it's out there. So it's Discovering Brandy Healing Era. I've been working on this for so long, and within the last year I've been pushing and pushing and pushing the date back. And when this month came in, October came in, I was like, Brandy, like, you have your post, like you've done a lot of work on this. There's no reason why there's no reason why whatever, I'm talking to myself, but there's no reason to keep pushing the date back. So this is what I'm telling myself. So I'm like, okay. When it comes to passion projects, like, they are just like your little baby. They're untouched, and no one has anything to say about it, and you just love it, and it's yours, and it's just so precious. And so I was like, okay, I know why I created a blog. So I've always written in journals since middle school. I've written in journals, and never felt the desire to share those personal thoughts and everything. And even into adulthood, like, those journals, nothing I would want to share, right? So I start my healing journey, get into therapy, and have this amazing breakthrough, and start to feel good about myself, start to love myself, start to care more about my well-being. Like, all of these things are happening. The sun is shining brighter, my heart, my spirit is feeling lighter, and like, joy can be found in the smallest of actions. It's been a real blessing in my life. I'm getting emotional. And so today, when I launched the blog, my therapist came to my mind. She was the first person that I shared this idea with. And every time it came up, she would push me, like, how is it going? Checking in to see if I was doing the thing and building this website, this blog, and it's just doing what I said I wanted to do. And like, she just pushed me, and telling me like how well it would be, and that I should really pursue this, and if I felt so passionate about it, which I did and I do. And I'm not her client anymore, but I was thinking about her quite a bit today, because like, she's a part of not just making this blog, but like, she is the reason my life changed for the better. And I can never adequately, like, express just how much she changed my life. And tried a couple of times, but I really cannot give this feeling the words that it needs to be fully and completely expressed verbally. But it fills me up to the brim with all that is good. And like, I may never see her again. We may never speak again. But I will love and appreciate her for the rest of my days. Like, she had no idea. She had no idea. So yeah, I I did that today. Like, I kind of went off. I was not expecting that. It's like I can have some idea of what I want to talk about, and then I get on here and it doesn't quite go that way, and that's okay. It's fine. I just, yeah. So, my blog. I have finally come to a place where I felt like I wanted to share these thoughts with people because in the name of world peace, even if that's something that I don't get to witness in my lifetime, I do see that, more people are seeking healing, even though, like, from the outside looking in, or the big picture, or whatever quote fits there, the numbers may look small, but it is growing. And for that, I am so happy to see. And in the world of social media, because this is primarily how we communicate with one another as humans, is through social media. And I mean, just through the World Wide Web in general. It doesn't even have to be just directly looking at videos of people, but this is how we communicate. This is how we relate. This is how we, com- communicate. That's what I just said. So when I reached this place in my life where I realized that my own mindset was making a turn for the better, that I was getting better at navigating negative thoughts and better at turning those thoughts into positive ones, and able to talk to myself more and talk to myself better. Because one thing that I did not realize that I was not alone in how a lot of our minds work, and how toxic and bad and just negative a lot of our thinking is towards ourselves, or when we're sitting in our silence and that's all we can hear. Like, a lot of people deal with that, and I just didn't know that, especially when I was going through it. And I just want to be able to share that. I just want to be able to let that one person know that, you can change the way you think and the way you feel about yourself. And at the same time, my blog, it expresses my thoughts, my journey, my experience, right? Because I also have come to know that you or me, none of us are in charge of another person's journey. You really can't teach someone how to heal or how to navigate spirituality, if that is even something they believe in, because the journey is yours. And even though all of our journey is going to lead us to the same final place, how we get there can vary from person to person to person. And so I have found for myself that it's not that I want to teach anybody anything, because I don't. I just want to lead by example. I want to teach by living, by being myself, if you get what I'm saying. But, because you have people that are capable of teaching, of guiding, and even if they have to hold that person's hands through a certain process, there are people that are capable of that, of course. We have a whole slew of life coaches and mentors and all of this available to us today through social media. So I realized that that's not something I have to strive for, because I also got in my head about, what is the purpose and what is it going to do and how is it going to benefit and everything. And you can get inside your own mind and you can block yourself from pursuing your passions and your desires, listening to those thoughts. But also, you have to know that there are literally billions of us on this planet, with most of us having access to social media in some way, shape, or form. So I say this to say that no matter what your project, your passion project, your craft, whatever it is, there is someone in this world that is interested in what you have to say. Period. There is someone's in this world somewhere that wants to hear what you have to say, that wants to read what you have to say. There is somebody out there that will find what you put into the world worthy of interacting with for them. I feel like a lot of times I shrink my own view of things by the people that I do have around me, the people that I actually talk to. But you have a whole slew of folks that pay attention to your journey, and they will interact with your content. People you may never even meet. You know what I'm saying? So it's I say that to say, do not stop yourself from pursuing whatever it is that you want to do, but you think that it won't be worth it to put out into the world. Just do it. Someone is going to find your work. Someone is going to find your craft. Someone is going to find your content, and they're going to love what you put out there. Okay? That's my tip. So, and I've had to have that conversation with myself many times. Again, like this is all new to me. I've been finding things out about myself through this whole blog building process. And another thing that I've found is that when it comes to communicating my thoughts, giving a voice to my thoughts, it doesn't have to always be me sitting in front of a camera talking. This is new for me. I mean, not really anymore. I think I'm coming up on my year on YouTube in a couple of weeks. And this year I haven't even been filming that much because I've been focusing on my blog. But my preference is to write. My preference is to write out my thoughts, type or write, versus getting on camera and just talking. And a lot of times when I go do this or make a video and I'm just expressing myself, I don't have like notes and note cards or whatever to keep track of what I'm going to say. And a lot of times, if I do have a clue of what I want to talk about, I never get to every single point, and then I'm like, so when it comes to writing, I get to process and put everything in there that I ever wanted to mention or talk about or write about. And so I love doing that. And that's why it was so much fun, like creating this. And like it was just beautiful. It was a beautiful, beautiful process. And here we are. But I also want to keep up with my YouTube because, I started this and I do want to continue this. And I also like talking to the camera a little bit more. But yeah, I don't know. I guess it feels a little weird still. But that's okay. I mean, that's okay. And I'm just being myself. And I am so thankful to be comfortable in that, like not even worried about what people think because, people are going to have opinions. I have opinions. People are going to have opinions. And once you get to a place where you realize that there's a lot of projection masked as opinions in the world. And like once you realize that, it really kind of just doesn't, hit or trigger or like, get you out of character as it once would. And plus, you get to choose what you engage with, So you get to have a level of unbotheredness about you when it comes to certain opinions and certain people that are willfully ignorant, purposely obtuse, or just flat out negative. Like you have the ability to say, I'm not engaging in that. Like, okay, just okay. You got your opinion, that's fine. And so, yeah, I've been learning like a lot about myself and just on social media. And like I like have gotten to the point sometimes where I just don't look at comments anymore at all on anything because there's no real point or purpose. But sometimes I do have questions that I will go into the comments for, and it is helpful. But yeah, it's like when you choose peace, I just don't have the tolerance for anything even remotely trying to disturb that, especially stuff that has nothing to do with me. And that's another thing. You realize in life that a lot of stuff it ain't got nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you, okay? So it's like, why? I feel like when it comes to anything, as long as no harm is coming towards any human or the person bringing harm to themselves, so no harm to yourself or anybody else, live your life, be happy, be joyful, be miserable. Whatever it is you want to be it. You just You just gotta stay in your lane, mind your business, and drink your tea. For real, because it is so real out here. And, the times that we are in with inflation, jobs, wages, war, all of this stuff, like so much stuff is happening at once. Crazy, bizarre weather. Like it's so much happening in the world, and it's all at one time, and it's just like, ooh. And it can make people a little on edge and bring out the worst. It's just a lie. I've just been observing. I have just been observing the world through social media. Like, it's just it's nuts. It's nuts what's happening out here. And even feeling differently about my country. I've never cared about politics, but it's just more and more stuff is coming to light. And it's like, But again, all of that stuff is out of your control. All of that stuff is out of my control. I just pray on it and keep it moving. So yeah, this like turned into a little bit of everything, but that's why I call just chatting. Whatever comes up, that's what's gonna come out. And plus, I really gotta get started twisting my hair. So I hope you check out my blog, though, for real. And let me know what you think. Yeah. I hope you have a good rest of your Sunday. May a smooth week happen for all of us. And continue to find joy somewhere in your 24 hours, okay? Find a reason to smile. Go sit in the sun for a little bit. Just something. There's always something to be grateful for. There is a reason you have been blessed to see another day, or else you wouldn't be here. So, find it wherever it is. Find a reason to smile. Find a reason to be thankful. And be kind. Be kind to each other. That's the only way we are going to just be able to eventually come together as a community and create world peace. I took a deep breath because it just seems like it's so far away, but that's okay. We will find our way. Even if I'm not here to see it, I will continue to push the message. All right. Till next time.